All right. All right, let's get everything underway. Apologies for that delay. There was a bit of an internet issue. I don't know what happened. Like my YouTube was not syncing at all. So even if I went live, it was still showing, still waiting. So it was like a whole 5-minute delay. So it seems like everything is good now, but you can hear me, you can hear the game, you can see the game, then we should be good. So yeah, we'll not waste any more time. I think we'll do the same thing that we did yesterday, where we will play some games in ranked, and then we'll also have a duel room open again. Then when obviously you guys can play against each other, so I will create that now, and then yeah, we should be good. Should be good. Power G, welcome. We're back another day, another stream, same meta as per the title of the stream today. So yeah, it's the same. The trial duel has ended, so that was kind of an interesting event. But yeah, if you didn't have a chance to do it, then we'll see. Hopefully they'll release it in the future, but I feel like they should make these modes permanent at this point. So they don't want to do that, but it is what it is. Let me just make this duel room available, and then we'll make it again in the chat, so that if let's just do that. Okay, so let's put that in there, and then let's put make it a pinned comment. Yeah, so that you guys can obviously get that going. Let's see. Okay. Oh, see, someone's already in here. That was quick. That was very quick. I'm not sure what that is, but yeah, we're gonna start with duels first in ranked, and then we'll go into the duel room later. Unless if you're in the chat, you can say, okay, it's you, then I can duel you now. Then at least we know we've got that first duel out the way, because potentially I don't want to also waste your time. Also, if you also have other things to do. So if whoever's Jelly Jam, you can say in the chat, okay, I'm available now, then I'll duel you now, and then we can take it from there. So if not, then I will go into ranked. Then if you don't mind waiting, then it should be fine, because I believe you were on the verge of ranking up, so I think that can still be the same deal. If we rank up, then I'll go back into this duel room, but again, it's all dependent on you. So whoever is in the chat right now that is Jelly Jam, you can let me know, but I will go into ranked for now. Kyle, welcome back. So yeah, let's continue on. We were 2 wins away from ranking up to Platinum 2. I mean, we were there last stream, but we couldn't get there. Oh, this guy's on the D rank. Why am I not surprised though? They chose to let me go first. That's interesting. Okay. Since they making me go first, I think I'm gonna. Since they have talents, I'm gonna shotgun this first. If they ash me, I'll draw 2. If I'm planning to draw, it's literally fine. I have layer 19, so it's literally all good. Yeah, they probably have draw, but let's just see what happens. Or no. But either way, I do have extension, so it should be fine. Unless they have like something that I'm not aware of, but okay. I mean, the hand is rough, but I mean, it's not so far so good. Yeah, at least at any point we can always normal summon, yeah. Either there is Nib, which is also a thing, but I mean we should be fine. Because we haven't normal summoned yet, so worst case we can draw 2, see where we at, and then we commit from there, but it should be fine. Okay, we start with Black Layer getting summoned, which is not bad. Yeah. Yeah, they probably have Nib, but we'll see. We can... If we can get to 2 attributes, make a 3rd one, then it should be okay, I think, but I don't know. It just depends on what's going on. Yeah, let's do that. Okay. So far, so good. Possibility of K9 combo, yeah, maybe, but I mean, I think the priority is just getting Super Quan combo. I mean, someone asked yesterday, is other than Magnus, is there any extra things? I mean, usually the K9 stuff is extra, so, but this is also fine too. Yeah, actually, yeah, let's just get follow up, and this is fine. We'll just... Yeah, I think we'll just do that. We'll just go for the safe play here. I mean, if they had something, they would have used it by now. So my suspicion, they're probably on board breakers. Oh, look at that. Ah, there's the Biru. There we go. Yeah, so this is fine because we got 2 attributes, so all we need is a 3rd one. That's literally fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Oh, wait. They're putting it in attack position, so that means they're probably on Makonko then. Because why would you put this in attack position? Okay, well, let's see. I have a choice. Either draw 2 or look at the hand. Now we have a choice here. Either draw 2 or look at the hand, because this is giving they're playing Makonko, because it's like, why would you put this in attack position though? I think I'm gonna look at the hand there, because honestly we've normal summoned already, and we can make a Magnus technically, but it won't be as strong though, because they can't add. So I feel like we can just look at the hand and see what they're on, then we know what to do from there. But if we lose, we lose. It's whatever. What? Denko Seka and Fiendsmith Engraver with Tracked already and Masquerade? What? Yeah, I think we have to get rid of Denko Seka, because clearly this is like This is interesting. I don't know. Yeah, we have to get off Denko Seka, yeah, because we need to use our stuff. Hmm. Okay. Yeah, I don't know about that, but okay. He's got a pretty good hand though, technically, because he can still kind of play the game though, but that's fine. I mean, we'll see what happens. So I guess he wants to go second, pretty much. Because he's playing a card like Genko Seka, he's obviously wanting to go second, not necessarily go first, so... Even though he practically could win the game on the spot if he wants to go first, but I think he's just playing a blind second. Doing a light Fiendsmith, from the looks of things. He doesn't know I have MST though. He doesn't know. Oh, but he can negate. Oh, never mind. He can actually negate. Okay. Oh, there we go. You can just get rid of it. Yeah, so you might have gained because of that. Hmm. 46. And he's got Desiree to negate anyway. He's not falling for that bait. He's not falling for the bait, guys. He's not falling for it. He doesn't know I have MST though. He doesn't know. I mean, yeah, it's like... He probably thinks it's imperm. But I mean, I don't know. But obviously MST is obvious. You destroy this. What? Bro. I was giving this guy a credit, but now he's doing that? Bro, what? That's insane though. Okay, well, I can... Bro, what am I seeing here? Why would you negate that? This literally has no effect at all. Now this is ranked. I mean, he fell for it, but it's kind of too late now because I wanted to actually destroy the masquerade, but I mean... I can just not wait for the wolf, but the thing is he probably will make a Lunalight anyway. So it's like... I'm very surprised he took that bait though. Oh, wait. Okay, wait, what does this do? Return it to the hand? No, let's destroy that. Yeah, he's gonna be surprised. They're like, oh my gosh, MSC, why did I not even think about that? He must have a Lunalight in hand. That's the only way he can extend. Okay, he does. He does. This guy is lucky, bro. He almost messed up, but yeah, I think you'll recover from it. Because if he can make a Liger Dancer, he wins the game on the spot, so it's like, doesn't really matter. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, can you make a Liger though? That's the question. You still got a normal summon. You still got Lunalight Perfume. You can still use Perfume to search. Wait, what? Cross Sheep. Oh, he's getting rid of Desiree now? Yeah, clearing the token. And then what? You'll summon another level 4. Use it to search for a Kaleido chick. Because he doesn't normal summon yet. He's still got a lot of plays though. And there's a card he wanted to summon earlier. The fact that this isn't once per turn is kind of scary though. Like, this is just crazy. It just gives you like a lot of push. Oh, what? Bro, can you see what I'm saying? Like, he literally had all the... I don't know, bro. Like, I don't know what went wrong yet, but I think he kind of messed up. I don't know. Because I'm trying to think, how is he getting access to Liger, bro? But I don't know. But in all fairness, though, in all fairness, if Nib wasn't there, how would he have broken my board? I don't think so. I don't think he would have even had a chance. He couldn't use Tracked. Masquerade is pretty much dead. And then that's it. I don't think he would have a chance to get to Liger anyway, if Magnus was on field. But I mean, I guess he just like... He overcommitted for no reason, I guess. But I mean, it's fine. It's we take those, but I mean that's the thing. You gotta just, you know, see what happens and. But okay. And to be fair though, it was a shame because it was a ranked down match as well. So I guess he just was overthinking it and was like, okay, but okay, let's see. The hand is not the worst, but it's also quite dangerous as well. Yeah, you don't want to draw 2 here, so that's like not an option. Yeah, we lose to a single ash here. It's super. But I mean, the hand is playable, but it's just that the Zayton and Alphen lines, one card is really risky too. Oh, okay, we take those. If we were going second, this would have been a great hand because we had Kaiju, we had Nibiru, we had. But okay, let's see if you can go back to playing football. You know what? I'm actually a very good, a decent football player. In real life and also in the video game sector. I'm a huge fan of FIFA or FC as it's called now, and also Pro Evolution, or it's called eFootball now. So I'm pretty much up to date with football and everything. Obviously, the World Cup is coming in a few months, so that'll be also pretty exciting. But yeah, I don't know. Good time to be a football fan, I guess. Could have betted Ash with the MST ad? I mean, I don't know what would have been the play to add MST. Oh, what? He was playing Math Mech? And he scoops? Doesn't mean he has literally 0 hand traps and he can't stop it? That's interesting. Very, very interesting. Well, okay. Well, you ranked up, so Math Mech pre-support. I mean, yeah, maybe it doesn't have the cards for Addict Nista per se, but I mean, this deck still works even without the pre-support, but it obviously does become a lot better with the support. But maybe this this is literally like back in time, eh? Literally like a year ago, I guess. Why you play Slop? Am I playing Slop or are you saying the opponent though? What do you mean, SOS? Is my deck considered slop? I don't think so. I think there's an actual identity. All roads lead to Magnus, not 10 million different lines ending on different Omni negates and this and this. No, it's just everything bridges into Magnus. That's basically what I can say. So it's not like a slop per se. All roads lead to the same thing. So I wouldn't consider my deck to be a pile deck or whatever. It's not a pile deck. MST Trap is a sloppy card. Well, that's if you want to say that. And combining bridges also. Yeah, well, that's the whole point of deck building. I mean, you're trying to solve the deck's issues by playing engines that can bridge into other things and also help you to push. So, I mean, yeah, look, power decks are nice, but the thing is, we have to ask ourselves the question. I mean, what is the real highlight of your deck? If you have to ask yourself, what is the thing that you say, okay, this is you playing all the good stuff, or what is the end board of the deck? What is the play? You can't really say because there's so many different lines you can go into, or one card combo leads into all your 10 engines or whatever, and then it just ends on, okay, if you disrupt it or whatever, then that's it. But I mean, that's nothing wrong with them, but I mean, I'm always a believer of deck identity. So yes, you can play all the engines you like, but at the end of the day, you're only playing a deck of good engine. That's it. You're not playing an actual, like, okay, this is the deck's end goal. The deck's end goal in the power deck is just to spam the field. Either OTK going second with 10 engines, or you make an Omni Negate board that's unbreakable with all the hand traps in the world. That's not really like that. I mean, that's people's play style. I get it, but that's not mine. So yeah, it is there. The strongest enemy is all of the cards when it's in a bad mood. Yeah, because the problem with playing power decks, if it's like if you're playing certain bricks in the deck, if you open those bricks, then now it really feels unfortunate, especially if you're going second, you're seeing all those bricks, or even worse, going first. So yeah, but it's still fine though. I mean, nothing against PAL decks, but okay. Man with the Mark. Man with the Mark, I wouldn't consider is a PAL deck. It's just like, you know, all it's playing Apophis, right? But obviously they don't really add a lot of cards. They don't really do like combo per se because their main card set traps. So those traps are like, okay, whatever. So you can pretty much play anything. And Primite doesn't really care about adding much. So it's like, yeah, I wouldn't consider that also a PAL deck. But anyway. Is anyone in the duel room? Oh, Kyle, you in the duel room? Okay. I don't know if you're ready now, or you saying you're playing a different deck. You can definitely or you want to wait for a bit. I think we can play some games. So I don't know. No, I'm saying we obviously ranked up, so now I see you in the table already. So are you ready to play, or are you busy with other things? Okay. Yeah. All right, let's change up the deck. Let's go. Where's the deck we're playing? This one. Okay, let's go. Best of 3 again. You know, just to give everyone a fair shot, so we don't just lose to a hand that bricks or whatever. So let's just give it a fair shot. All your deck 60 cards, pretty much, yeah. I mean, for a while I was playing 50, but then I've just been used to playing 60, and I don't really have any issues playing 60. I know some people hate playing 60, but again, if you're playing cards that you want to see, then it's fine. You're playing against viewers? Yep, that's right, Black Ninja. Playing against viewers. We did that yesterday. Oh, I was Exodia. Oh, okay. We can manage that. Did you just welcome? Almost undefeated yesterday. I mean, yeah, look, it wasn't about wins or losses. I mean, I think I only lost to you, Bacon. I think that was the only loss I had yesterday. But I mean, win or loss, it was still, you know, good matches all around. I mean, it's good to see what the community's decks are. So it's always fun to play against them. So yeah, please use it, please. Oh, Max C2. Oh. Okay. Oh. Okay, this actually might affect me a little bit. Because if I link summon, you can obviously disrupt that. And the card, yeah, that's fine. Let's pin down this so that you can't use it. If you want to use it now. Yeah, of course. I didn't hold back. You didn't hold back. So as long as having a fair duel, that's, you know, interactive. But that's the main thing. I mean, it's not always about winning every single time. It's about having fun and enjoying what you're doing. Obviously, yeah, some games are depressing, but it is what it is. You can't win them all. Yeah. So what are you drawing in terms of your hand? Ash Blossom, that's fine. Yeah, this is a dead card. This is... Oh. Can you draw Exodia? That's the question. Can you draw Exodia? We'll find out. I'm saying he better draw Exodia. That's the only way he's winning this, if he draws Exodia. Let him draw Exodia. I'm giving him a lifeline here. Let him draw Exodia. I don't need that. He has Imperm. What? What? Why are you using Imperm now? What? I've used the effects already. It's not gonna matter what happens. Why are you drawing Exodia? Come on. Another Imperm. What? The effects are resolved already. So... yeah. But okay. Let's see, do I go for damage here? I mean, sure. The Bureau 50-50, that's fine, I can play through it. Yeah, let's just go for damage here. It's fine. We'll see how good his hand is. Alright. Let's see how good his hand is. Do you have Exodia? You still don't have Exodia. How in all these hands you have no Exodia? That's insane though. You have no Exodia in all of these drawers, no Exodia. Even now. You had two at the start when I saw your hand earlier, but I don't know how many cards you drew further. I'm not sure. That's actually crazy though. What am I get? Yeah, let's get rid of this one. It's fine. You have Ash somewhere. Super Poly. Why not do this in draw phase though? Just a tip. Why not do it in draw phase? Okay. Super Poly. Moo Dragon. Droplet. Okay. Don't need it now. Do you have Call by the Grave? Alright, let's get some defense here. Although I think you may do piercing damage, but let's see. If you're playing that that spell card or whatever. Another Super Poly. Wow. Okay. Lava Golem. A second Super Poly is used, guys. A second one. Okay. Yeah, it's like that. It's like that new card. The one that does poly tries, heavy poly, I think. This card, add a Millennium Ankh. Bro, how do you not have Exodia in all of this? I'm surprised. All right, let's go again. Millennium Ankh is not once per turn, by the way. If you negate this, you can do it again. Okay, the leg. Left leg. Right arm. He still had 2 cards still in the deck? How is that possible? Wow. Oh, and they go back. Okay. Oh, obliterate. Here we go. Ooh, we can do piercing damage now. Let's go. He might win this now. No! Why'd you set a card? Oh yeah, we have to destroy cards. Okay. I was like, whoa, okay. That's fine. Alright, there we go. All the Exodia pieces, which you didn't actually have. You only had 3 of them. That's crazy, though. I was wondering why I didn't draw them. He's got 10,000. Do you not see this? He's got 10,000. Exodia obliterate. Let's go. Yeah, nice. I mean, it's very rare you see this effect comes up, so not bad. Okay. We'll take it. Yeah, nice. I mean, I didn't have enough for lethal, but it's okay. It's all right. If I had a bit more, then I could have had it, but it's all right. Yeah. Yeah. I think he went first, so I go first now. Yeah, makes sense. Ooh. Now I do know you're on shifter. I do know that. That's what I'm saying. I was very surprised I didn't draw Exodia. Very surprised. I think we're all waiting for the Exodia summon, but I guess not. Let's see. Obviously, this is a good normal summon. Let's do that. And you're also playing Imperms too. Yeah. Now you see, the reason why I like Neptupus better than Blue Tank, because Neptupus just doesn't care about hand traps, doesn't care about Ash, doesn't care about that. You still send the card, you still summon, you're still good. Alright, let's see. What else you got? Okay, let's summon. What, do you have like a shifter or something? But you can't even use shifter. You got Imperm again. Definitely got Imperm again. Yeah, so that's fine. You got Imperm again, which is not a problem. Now we can definitely see if you have Imperm now, so reveal your hand. Let's see what you're on. What are you hiding? This effect is not going to do anything. It's not doing anything. Oh, Imperm number 2. Okay, let's see what else is in your hand. And nothing exciting there. Okay, you got this. You got Foolish Burial. Is that going to be useful? We'll see. Alright. Let's go with that. Okay. Yeah, I think we'll just we'll play it out normally. Can play this out like a normal. Questionable. What is questionable? This is Yu-Gi-Oh! Now we're talking about. Nothing is questionable. It's just whether doesn't make sense. If there's a crazy tech that no one's figured out, that's perfectly okay. And if you're saying in a hard summon Exodia, I don't know. Yeah, let's just do that. We can still go unaffected, yeah. Just send this. You're gonna send send Spring Girl. Yeah, I don't really need the effect right now. So yeah, let's send this. Dreams, I need to add talent and thrust to this deck. Okay. Imperm. Huh? You want to set that card? Really? Foolish bro, what are you sending? That's okay. Send. What are you sending? Life of the Life of the Sky Dragon. What the? Okay. Yeah. Because the thing is, I knew what your hand was, so if there was nothing that was gonna threat, I was just gonna play. So, yeah, hand knowledge is broken. Because you basically revealed that you had a third imperm, which I didn't see in the other game, the other turn. So that's when I knew, okay, that the card you drew was another imperm. And this would have gotten you to your yugioh, so if I stop this, then that's it. But okay. It's the game anyway. Game 3, you get to go first again. Bacon, you asked, what is the goal of this deck? Which deck? Marinces or what? I mean, you see it right now. Make the whole point is also making kind of a towers in a way, but most of the time it's not as consistent. So you make Bubble Reef with Marinces Wave. The one I'm using, yeah, Marinces, yeah. It's a link-based strategy. Obviously, you can see it's very old school. It doesn't do like wombo combo per se. I've just added in different text to optimize it. Because you see it does rely on the normal summons a lot, and yeah, it does need a lot of extenders to play, because otherwise you can't really play through a lot of hand traps. So unless you have extenders in there, like you see in that previous duel, we had 2 additional extenders, but most of the time it doesn't really matter. Millennium Unk. You know what? That's fine. Yeah, this is fine. If he has Ash, it's like whatever, but I want to get some draws of Maxi. I could have drawed there, but if he has Ash, it's fine. That's fine with me. It's fine with me. It's rather we... It's fine. What a hand, it's useless. Well, you'll see just now. This is actually what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a hand like this. All right, Exodia. In phase. So you have to forces negate on the Duster. And then yeah, let's just see what we draw for turn, and then we'll go from there. Oh, speaking of Ash, wow. Look how the game speaks for itself, eh? Now he's probably gonna negate this with the unstoppable Exodia. That's fine. Yeah, so I'm gonna force it out. To force it out now. Yep. Biru. Oh, actually, no. That's even fine. Also. All right. Thanks for that. Let's do that. Okay. Hmm. GG. Yep. His monster didn't come back. So that's why this deck is still relevant till this day, and that's why I like it, because of this one card here. If this card wasn't here, I don't think I'll be playing it as much. And remember, you said my hand was bad earlier. All I needed was Poseidra and a water monster to discard. That's all I needed, and that's it. Even though, yes, he did clear my Dragon Lord, which would have spun back his cards. This has also a secret effect to reborn 3 monsters back, 3 level 3 or lower. So yeah, yeah, Ankh can obliterate Blaze in hand again. So yeah, you could have summoned Exodia again, but I had to make sure there was lethal on field, and there was. So clear the field, and then obviously tribute, and then go from there. So yeah, that was a good game. Good game. My bad when you said old deck, I thought you couldn't break his board. Well, like I said, Bacon, you can definitely check out my videos based on this deck, and you will see doing the exact same thing now against all the metas in the past with the same deck. So yeah, this deck is not something to ignore. It's definitely something that is a sleeper deck, similar to a lot of decks out there that are not considered good right now, but this is one of those decks that are in a very good position. But if it just needs the right support, then that's it. I don't like decks with same attributes. Well, that is the biggest issue. Because the thing is, because of this deck, the way it's designed, you can't really play other different attributes unless you are playing hand traps, of course. But I mean, you have to synergize with other water strategies. And for Marincess itself, the biggest weakness you saw there, the biggest weakness is going second and playing into the normal summon. And if you deal with the normal summon, that's it. There's nothing else. Unless you have Blue Tang in your hand that can send maybe a Bazalima to stop it from being destroyed. But remember, there's cards like SP that exists. So who cares if you're going to protect it from destruction? You can just target it and banish. So that's why you see if you have a card like Poseidro, this is literally like a broken card. You saw how much value it gave. It literally is I would say it's a 1-2. It's a combo that requires a discard that basically going second can summon out this, right? And also, if this gets dealt with, even under Nibiru, you can clear the field. So yeah. I've never seen that link you used to clear my field before. World Sea Dragons Atlantis. Yeah, this card is if you're around in Master Duel when you're playing the Snake Eye format, this card was also being used in that deck as well, but it's more broken, I think, in a deck like Marincess, because the water lock actually does make a difference. Because the effect to banish all monsters on field and summon it back as possible that were banished by this effect to its owner's fields is even more broken, because I can potentially give a kaiju to you and it comes back. Or if you steal my monsters come back to my field because it returns to the owner's field. But there's a clause, because obviously if you are locked into other effects, for example, like Core and Enemy, that says if you use the effect, also you cannot summon for the rest of the turn except water monsters. The same thing with Blue Slug. If you use this effect, you cannot summon for the rest of the turn except water monsters. Even Coral Triangle has a lock for the entire turn, because you cannot special summon monster the turn you activate either of the effects except water monster. You can still normal summon, but you cannot special. So that will be the kind of the clause there. And then also Marincess Dive as well. Also, if you use the effect, you cannot, after this card resolves for the rest of the turn, you cannot summon except water monsters. So that's a very important clause, because by the time you get to Zelantis, you under that summon lock. So even though it's you the one that's summoning, you are the one that's not allowed to summon any non-water. So even for your opponents, so even though you're banishing the field, if your opponent's monsters are non-water, they don't come back. So that's what makes this kind of effect pretty broken, because it catches a lot of people off guard. And like I said, you can literally go back and see all the crazy duels I've had where this card literally comes up most of the time, and it literally like carries me in most duels. And obviously that's where, you know, it catches literally most of the decks I'm facing off guard. And obviously the turn 1 end board isn't that amazing, to be fair. It's just either Unaffected Argonaut, which is basically a spell trap negate on the opponent's turn only, and then with the Marincess Wave, or you have Bubble Reef, which also gains attack, you know, every time a monster is banished. So it's pretty cool. And then you also have Wave as well. So it's pretty much unaffected. And then next turn you just close out the game, and that's it. They stay banished and do not send to the graveyard. No, they stay banished. They don't come back. So unless they have a way to interact with the banished pile, they literally don't come back. So it is broken. Again, people, this not hand rip. Mr. Rogers, what are you saying? What is not hand rip? So yeah, this is actually a pretty good card. I mean, initially it wasn't so. When it was announced, people were like, "Nah, it's not going to be as practical." But then obviously, people figured out very quickly, like, wait, this card, the way the rulings work in Yu-Gi-Oh and all that stuff, this is actually quite broken. If you're under a restriction of summoning a specific attribute, then yeah. So yeah, this is where it makes sense to have a 60 card deck, as they all can play into each other. Well, yeah. Well, this doesn't make sense when I'm using SP Little Knight. It goes to the graveyard, and if I'm not have, yes. So remember, Little Knight says, let's look at Little Knight quickly. Let's have a look at this, because I think this is something that we can also, like, just to educate everybody here, because I think it's like, these are things that kind of you wonder why cards don't work a certain way, because it's because of the text. So if you look at Little Knight, it says when you activate a card, when your opponent activates a card or effect, banish both that target until the end phase, including a monster you control. So obviously, the understanding is that in the end phase, when it attempts to come back, you're supposed to have a monster zone available, because remember, even though you summon this in the extra monster zone, the ruling of link monsters is that the monsters that are originally summoned from the extra monster zone, if they're reborn back by another effect or whatever, they're coming back to the main monster zone. So you have to have space available, otherwise they'll go to the graveyard. The similar thing if you're under a effect like Rivalry of Warlords, or what's the other card? Rivalry of Warlords, where if you can only control one type of monster, but let's say when Little Knight was, let's say you use Little Knight's effect and you activated Rivalry of Warlords, if you're not playing Warrior, it goes to the graveyard, because it's attempting to come back on field, but now because of Rivalry of Warlords, you don't control that same type, so you have to go to the graveyard. Similar to Cosmic Blazar Dragon or whatever, when it banishes itself for cost and comes back in the end phase, if there's no space in the monster zone, or you're under some restriction of summoning type or whatever, you have to go back to the graveyard. So it is pretty much the same ruling there. So that's why you see in the case of Zelantis, because you, the player, is doing the summoning and not your opponent, you are restricting yourself from only summoning water monsters. So when you banish the field, you're only allowed to summon water monsters only. So even if it's your opponent's monsters, they do not come back. So it's effectively a board wipe, because it's like, if they're not playing water monsters, you essentially nuke the field. So it's kind of disgusting. Even if you have 5 monsters on field by your opponent and you only have 1 Zelantis, it doesn't matter. All of them are gone. They're not coming back, unless they obviously come back by its own effect. But like, for example, if it's Malice usually comes back by its own effect if it's banished. So that obviously wouldn't work in that case, because yes, you can banish them, but they will come back by their own effect on a different chain. But if it's not that, then it's pretty broken. And you're probably thinking, how consistent is this? It's actually pretty, it comes up very easily, I can say that, but it doesn't require like a lot of engine to play it. You just use the normal Marinesis engine to get it, but yeah, that's just how it is. But it is very straightforward to do, and especially with you adding the cards like the Murmo cards, you saw now, even with the Murmo cards alone, you can still OTK your opponent with the Zelantis line, so it's very flexible in that sense. But yeah, like I said, I literally have a guide for this on the Zelantis OTK. It's like a very old guide. I think it's like maybe 3 years old, but you can definitely you can obviously see how that OTK works with just using the Marinesis cards only. But there's also other lines that come up, like for example using Coral Triangle from Grave, getting the bars on field. What do? You saw now with the Murmo card, how do you do that? So there's a lot of other combos you can do, unless I can maybe update that guide, because it is like kind of old, because obviously there are new cards in like Aqua Angel and so on, which is also the same thing. But yeah, Zelantis is pretty broken. So, and I think you're probably asking, why am I playing 2 copies instead of 1? I think since the Castero format, I've just stuck to playing 2, because this card is just way too broken to play at 1. Because let's be honest, they will expect the first one, but no one expects the second one, and it's like, it literally changes the game right there on the spot. They're like, oh, I thought I dealt with this card, and there we go. So yeah, it's a really interesting tech choice in terms of. But I mean, if you are playing a deck like Marinces, it's mandatory. You have to play it. I would say it's part of the core, I guess. But one copy is at max, I would say. But yeah, I really wish you could try out decks in solo before you made them. I want to test my hybrid deck out before I build the cards if I know it can work. So if it can work, use simulator like Yu-Gi-Oh! Nexus. Look, there's a lot of simulators out there. I mean, you saw the simulator I was using the other day. I'm not sure if you've been around for that long, but there's a lot of apps you can use. There's a lot of apps you can use to actually practice, different deck lists, to test out different combos. Because that's what I've been doing. I've been telling you guys the whole time. How do I get up to date with all my, game knowledge and understanding how decks interact and everything? I usually, don't necessarily load up masterduel because masterduel doesn't really have a mode where you can test your hand. You can only do draw 5. You see this draw 5 card? That's all you can do. But this is not really a good indication of what it's like to actually play through the hand. So yeah, it is not really ideal to understand the interactions, and also loading into solo mode also takes a lot of tedious process. So people like going on, for example, Dueling Book for more like a hands-on experience. But there's also other simulators out there. There's yugioh Pro, there's MD Pro 3, which is pretty much the closest thing to masterduel in terms of simulation, but not exactly. And the nice thing about those programs that all the cards are available, so you don't have to worry about crafting or anything like that. You just play the cards right away, get the deck list, and then you immediately start. You can practice combos, test with 2 card hands, 1 card hand, 5 card hand, testing going second. You can definitely do that, and it's very flexible too. So it doesn't take up a lot of resources and stuff like that. There's also browsers as well. Dueling Nexus. I think Bacon mentioned it. Dueling Nexus, you can also do that as well. And yeah, what other mobile browser? Dueling Book is mobile or browser friendly. Dueling Nexus is the browser, but the other ones are that yugioh Pro, MD Pro 3, and of course masterduel. But obviously not all the cards are available in masterduel, so you want to actually test out to see, okay, what cards are available or are going to be available soon. You can definitely test it out, doing test hands, spamming all day, and that's it. So yeah, I'm not gonna lie, Dueling Book is not as, how would I say, UI friendly, because remember, we're in this day and age now where you want things to be accessible even for a mobile player. I would still say you can try and get hold of accessing the browser and playing Dueling Nexus. That actually is kind of fine on mobile, but I mean, I normally just, like I said, I just normally go yugioh Pro or MD Pro 3, because the nice thing about those simulators as well, you can actually make replays and save them infinitely. So you can always go back as a reference to say, okay, this was my 1 card combo or 2 card combo, or playing into this line. You actually have a replay to actually do that. So you can also save replays on Dueling Book. That's not a bad thing, but obviously masterduel, you can't really save your replays as much as you want to unless you're recording it. But normally people don't want to record it. They just want to always have a reference point to say, okay, this is what my combos were playing this hand or that hand or whatever. So for me, I like having references, so I can always go back and check replays to say, okay, how was it against this specific matchup or whatever. That usually is a good reference for me to also understand how a deck interacts. Even if I'm not playing specifically that deck, I can go back and see the replay and say, okay, this is how the interaction was, this is where we're at, and that's how it is. So that's why even now, learning even how to even optimize this deck, that's what I was doing. Every new engine or every new archetype that was announced, I always told myself, okay, how can I benefit this deck? If there's a water monster involved, how can I use it and then benefit? So you can go back and see literally the whole trend of where Marinces, how I was playing it till now. You can see there's a huge progression. So yeah. So it's, and the nice thing about the replays as well, you also have a good base to see, okay, what it's like, how to look back at your duels, you know, seeing where you made mistakes. Because let's be honest, we all make mistakes in certain games. There's certain lines you could have done better, or there's certain plays you could have done. So it's always good to always go back and reflect and see, okay, this is where you could have improved. Oh, there was a better line here and whatever. Because let's be honest, it's not always about going first. Also, it's also about how you do also going second, going into a board based on your hand. How did you deal with this interaction or whatever? Then you can at least have something to look back on. So I think that's the one thing that, if masterduel could implement that, like having a way to have access to save our replays, let's say to a drive or somewhere like that, because right now the replays we can save is only up to like I think 13 or 15 or whatever, which is not enough, because I always want to actually save them so that I can say, okay, hey guys, this is a reference point to say, okay, this is like how you play going second against this matchup, and so on and so forth. Then you can have a reference to go and load up. But unfortunately, we don't have a way to actually like see the replays to be saved, because I don't know why they don't want to do that, but it will actually make things a lot more easier for a player to learn the game faster. Because I think that's what happens. You play so many games, and then you wonder like, okay, but am I actually getting better, or is my deck not optimized correctly? Because you don't actually know what the problem is. And obviously, it's one thing to build a deck, but also understanding how the deck interacts. Maybe you're missing some combos or missing some cards that make it interact. So yeah, it is really something that if masterduel could really make it more accessible, because I feel like right now I think solo mode is not really doing what it wants to do. It's giving you the basics of, okay, this is how you summon a card, this is a trap card, a spell card, and whatever. But I think they need to be opening it up more to say, okay, this is how modern Yu-Gi-Oh is. There's starter cards, there's extender cards, there's searches, as you call them. These are considered board breaker cards. These are considered hand traps. I mean, people are familiar with those terms, but now imagine for a new player that's just picking up a deck and say, okay, what are these cards? I pick up this deck, but now I don't know how do I optimize this deck? How do I, what is my starters? What are my extenders? What are my other tech cards you could run? Engines, as you call it. So that's where I think maybe they need to kind of relook at that, because I think now, especially with the modern game now, it's becoming so fast paced. I think it's very fast for a new player to kind of catch up, because they're trying to also still learn the mechanics, but at the same time there's also like rulings on top of that, and it can get a bit complicated, especially with all these summoning mechanics and all of that. So it can be overwhelming for a player. But look, some people are a fast study or quick learners, if you want to recall it that way, which is totally fine. But others aren't really that so fortunate. So you have to understand that not everybody's on the same pace as you or as me or someone else. So even now, someone else, even on the last stream, like, I mean, despite not even playing like tournaments on a regular basis or on the competitive scene, I have enough knowledge to understand how most of the decks interact. Now, I'm not saying I'm 100% perfect in knowing all the interactions in and out, but I know kind of the basics of how to, deal with X type of deck, because that's when I look at the deck, I look at, okay, what are the main interactions? If I know that, then that's how I play into the board better, or play into the matchup better. Then that's what I'll do my plays according to that. Now, of course, other things could change in the matchup, like for example, certain decision making that is being done. Like for example, if players are holding on to certain, like let's say Imperm or Ash, you have to kind of bait them out in a way. So that's usually like a player based thing. But most of the time, it's just learning, okay, this is what the deck does. This is the main disruptions in terms of what the aim board is. This is what they could have, in their toolbox. So you have to know all those things to kind of get better at the game. And this is me now obviously spamming multiple months of playing, especially masterduel. I think masterduel is kind of like, every month, yes, there's a ban list. Every month there's a new pack. So there's always something fresh to learn. But some metas are literally just static for like a long time. So you'll start to understand, okay, very quickly how a meta adapts, and then you go from there. And that's what I did with Marinces. I played it for so long, to the point where now I know the deck inside and out. So I know what the deck needs to make it better. And I still think we need a bit more support to make it better, because right now we're using indirect support, but I think it does need its own line of support and to make it more modern. Because can you believe it? We don't even have a way to even search, monsters naturally. That's insane, right? Because it requires the graveyard to add monsters back. But I mean, let's be honest. If you're going second, you're not going to have the graveyard access to have that knowledge. So you want to have, access to your deck to search monsters that you need for a given situation. We don't even have that. So I feel like that already makes our deck not as modern compared to other decks. So that's why we can't really compete on the same power level. So yeah, it is what it is. All right, man. Thanks for the duel. I've got to go. Take care. Yeah, cool. Appreciate the duels, and yeah, thanks for stopping by. We'll see you next time. Plays around Joel, I guess. That's the thing. There isn't really. It's not even about playing around Joel. It's just that you remember there are other hand traps in the game that also the deck loses to. So a single Ash or a single Imperm can just mess up the game completely, because now you have to pray that you have extenders, and most of the time you don't, because you either under max C or a full loss, you still have to make your plays. So you pretty much have to just pass your turn with nothing really to show for, and that's kind of like, a sign of a very bad deck, because you can't even do you have to literally pass your turn, because even though you're under full loss or max C, your full play is requiring me to link summon all the way to a link 4 or maybe a link 3 and pass, but that's not always good enough. And nowadays these decks are literally one turn killing, so it's like, okay, you do nothing, we're gonna play right through that. I mean, look at Yummy, for example. I mean, you play it, Bacon. You don't care about Maxi or Full Lot that much, because if you have access to a Yummy name, okay, I make Snatchy, I get my field spell, I maybe summon from the hand or whatever, and that's it. Pass turn. That's it. That's more than enough disruptions than any other deck out there that can do that. You don't really care about draw too much, because what's your main search? Okay, Cup C searches surprise. Okay, you draw them. Okay, cool. Who cares? You lose access to Cup C searching two cards, the Synchro Monster, but you still have pretty much your full end board. The only difference is, okay, you don't have access to 2 extra Yummy monsters. That's it. But you can still make plays under that. Because let's be honest, now decks need to kind of find a way to play around all these powerful hand traps. So especially and nowadays, Ash Blossom is most decks can play through an Ash, but if it's your only play, then yes, it is hurting, but that's just how it is. So your deck has to be good going first, but also good going second. And especially playing into a board, Marinces doesn't have the best time playing into a board going second, because they do not have enough in-engine plays to play through a board. Unlike Mermail, you just saw now, where you said the card, it looked like a bad hand, but all it needed was literally just 2 cards, and it forced out the interactions. It forced out everything. Now, of course, it didn't have any other disruptions in the hand, but I mean, the fact that you still were able to play into the board, still do your combo, still extend, that's what you want. So that's one thing that Mermail has going for them, even though it's not so great right now, but it's a very good engine piece for going second. So that's why I run it, and I'll still run it in all my main water decks until there's different support, because at the moment there's no real support for this deck right now, which is really sad, because I do still want to play this deck. So every now and then I am playing Marinces on the simulators and whatever, but obviously I'm playing it with the newer stuff. And the newer stuff, even without it, it still feels like a good deck still, because people don't know what my deck does. So the thing of being unfamiliar with what the deck does, it kind of benefits me, because it catches people off guard. So, ooh, okay. This is a pretty interesting hand. We already have Eldum. Okay. I think we'll just have to do it like this. Perilio. Okay. I think we'll just do it like this. If he ashes, yeah, it's fine. He probably has another hand trap, we'll see. Okay. Alright, let's see. What do you do here? Let's get vision. Why don't you use normal? It's the same thing. Perilia doesn't care about normal or special. It's the same thing. Whether I special or normal, he still gets a draw. It doesn't really matter. It's the same thing. Yeah, I think let's just get vision. The hand traps and normal can help, but it still gives him a draw. It doesn't matter if I normal or special, he still gets the draw. So it's the same thing. Because even now I have to still summon with Perilia anyway. So I can't really play around that. That's fine. Yeah. Scareclaw Castira. Scareclaw Castira. Okay. Yeah, let's just see what happens here. Let's see what he does. Is there a rank 7 that outs Magnus? I don't think so. I mean, there is one I know that can boost attack, but I mean, by that point, you already know what's happening. So, wouldn't say it's like ideal, but, you know. Looks like he's playing Castira. Yeah. This guy realizes very quickly that I literally don't care about Perilia. Like, I don't. If I make Magnus, like, if you have an out for it, great. If you don't, let's see. Yeah, there's this card here. But this has to be over 2 turns. Getting 1,000 attack, but before then I'll be able to deal with it, so. And yeah. This is Castira Horus. But okay, even Arizot can't do anything. Big Eye can't do anything. This can't do anything. He's not even playing Zeus. Which is interesting. This one, even Magnus will be summoned before then, so this not really gonna do anything, but yeah, he's playing Fiendsmith as well. Rextremde could be an out if he makes Agnamde with it. That I can say is probably the out, but I can obviously deal with the equip card, so it'll be 3,000 doing nothing. So yeah, there are outs to it. Do people really play going second card? So you see, and this is why I've been saying, you know, for a long time that Master Duel is a very different approach to TCG and OCG, because there you have the luxury of you know, a side deck. You can actually side in your going second cards, or even your going first cards if you want to be, you know, more consistent, which is perfectly fine. But in Master Duel, you're not always going first, so you can't always say, okay, I'm designing my deck for going first. It's very difficult because if you're not going first, then it's like, where are your board breakers or more hand traps if you want to play them? That's where the issue comes in. So you want to have flexibility of, okay, I can go first, but if I need to go second, at least I have some toolboxes with me, so that I don't feel like, okay, it's a bit too much. So that's why you see now people are not really focusing on that, because that's how Master Duel is designed right now. What is this? Why is it giving Vanquish Soul, but not saying they Vanquish Soul? A9 Izuna. Okay. A9 Izuna. Oh, this guy, brother. This guy had Lupus in hand already. I'm like, okay, I'm thinking Ghost Spell's gonna do something, but now it's like, okay. All right, let's see what he does. Nash Knight. Real Nash Knight. Okay. Okay. It's probably VSK9. Okay. What else does he have, bro? Holy He's got Holy Soup, but does he have another? Does he have Earth though? Oh my goodness, bro. Oh, he's gonna summon what? Bro, this guy had like the perfect hand, bro. Like literally. He randomly has Lupus in hand, so it stops, so Ghost Spell couldn't be used. And he also has an Ash Blossom. So even if I use the effect of Fairy Alpha and all that, so he's just gonna take control of it now. And he's got a fire. So he can, let me check something, hold on. What does he need? Bro, this guy has a fire and a dark already. That's just insane though. Alright. I guess he has the perfect hand. Clearly. Oh, and sees a Valius as well. Bro, this guy's got the perfect attributes, mate. Perfect. Nah, that's broken though. And now he's got also Earth and Dark to take control, and then he can still also use Caesar Valius. Bro, this is so crazy, man. Like literally the perfect hand. Look at that. He literally has the perfect hand. because he has Ash to stop me from summoning from the deck, and that literally doesn't just that messes everything up. This guy had literally the perfect attributes, and on top of that, he also had Izuna and Lupus in hand already. That's unfortunate, eh? No, I'm gonna go to the next game. We cooked on that one. He's got all the plays covered. All the plays covered. That's what you call god tier hand right there. I mean, to be fair though, he had to use K9 and Holly Sue and Raisin and also Caesar to deal with the field. But I mean, he had all the perfect combination, he had the perfect attributes, and that's what Vanquisher likes. So it's very rare that happens, but I guess it happened, yeah. Why is Lantern in my hand all the time? Why can't it be Noroi? K9 again. Okay. I think we're gonna do this. We're gonna go into a rank 5 and we're gonna have K9 plays now. Impulse, yeah. That's fine. It's fine. I'm just gonna pick K9 for now. Yeah. We're gonna be playing K9 at this point. So it's fine. Why would he scoop there though? Let's have a look. Senpai. Whoa, okay. That's a bit different. Hmm. Well, K9 Senpai, I never thought of that. But it's a thing. What is this? I mean, 2 MSTs is fine. It's not a bad thing, but yeah. At least it makes it playable going second, kind of. Ooh, K9. A9. And we're going to drop Max C here. We have force release, so we can stop force release, so it's fine. If he has Ash, it's fine, whatever. Oh, he doesn't. Okay. Let's see. Will he commit to the board? Look at that hand. Your back row is screwed. Look at that hand. Good. 2 MSTs waiting. So if you said force release, I know where it is. I'll deal with it. End phase. Alright, that is smart. Question is, do you have draw? No, you don't. So we're gonna make a rank 3 and then we can stop the lupus, then we're good. We're literally good. Yeah. Yeah, bro, you're literally cooked, bro. You are literally cooked. I'm gonna make a Gossip Shadow. Your Lupus is dead. I'm making my full Magnus combo. And on top of that, I have also MSC negates. So, yeah. That's the only card you can resolve against K9 is Maxi and Full Loss. Other cards aren't so good. Because they can just play right through it and then they'll have all the benefit and whatever, but... Yeah, that was... Wait, is the same guy? No, it's not. Yes, K9. Playing the Rescue Ace Impulse Fire Attacker. I feel like they should be playing Red Layer. Red Layer is more useful. But what do I know? People like drawing cards. I mean, yes, I'm playing Radiant Engine, but I don't really draw cards unless I need to. I'm using it as a toolbox to get into like Gossip Shadow or other plays, Grand Pulse, so. But yeah, you can see that's why we're playing the engine, because you see now. We're able to play through that quite nicely. Oh, what is this now, bro? You guys are seeing this on stream. Look at this again. What is this? The game was fine, like literally. Like, what is this? Bro. Are you kidding me right now? We've been playing the game for almost literally an hour, 30 minutes. And now we're getting a timeout now all of a sudden? Oh, bro, no shot, bro. I got a loss for that? Bro, how do I get a loss for that? Oh, dude, you know what? Dude, this is like this is not even the first time. This is like the 4th or 5th time it's happening. I don't understand why this happens. Is Konami service really messed up that we're getting just game losses for literally zero reason? Why is that? I was on 2 wins to Platinum 1. Now I'm on 3 wins now. What's up, Toasted? How you doing? Like, this is just ridiculous now. And it's very frustrating though. Yeah, and you know what's funny? I made a video about this a while back, and people think I was joking, but it's genuinely happening. Like, it's happening to everybody, and I don't know why that's the case though. Now, if I go on a losing streak for some reason, it's because of that random disconnect loss. Come on now. But that's bad though. Because the thing is, if that was your rank up game, I would be annoyed. I would literally switch off the game, because that's like basically stopping me from progressing. Like, that is not healthy at all. You've worked so hard to get to that point, all of a sudden, boom. A random disconnect loss, and it's not even your fault. That's funny. It is bad, yeah. That I agree. It really is bad. It shouldn't happen at all. All of the best Master Duel decks high combo. I'm a newer player and finding it hard to play with the 10, 20 plus combo moves. I'm saying, yeah, it is. Look, some decks are very simplified. They don't require a lot of steps, but some are quite heavy combo. That's just how, you know, the modern game is. It's not as slow paced compared to like years back. So in terms of the best Master Duel decks, unfortunately, there's only, I think, one of them. That's a fusion based deck that is very simplified in terms of a lot of steps, but most of the best decks have quite a bit of combos, I would say. The ones that get like the most disruptions out of a end board, yeah, it is a lot. But not like 100% like all of them are combo, but there are decks like, you know, the Fusion one, Draco Tail, you know, the Trap deck, Odeon, Radiant Typhoon. I wouldn't say it's like heavy combo, but it is. You still have to have a setup. So yeah, it's definitely not the same game as you were playing like maybe 10 years ago, because that time, you know, Synchro era, very straightforward, nothing crazy. Or yeah, so it's very, very fast paced now. Very fast paced. I mean, a current meta, I would say not completely. Decks like Draco Tail, Radiant Typhoon, Odeon are pretty mid-range, low to the ground. Yeah, I would say so. Mine are mostly in-match connection losses. It's working fine, it just loses connection. But that's the thing, for me, I go into a match and then it just gives me a communication timeout. And then for some reason, I get the loss for that. Whether I lose the coin flip or win it, I still get the loss. That doesn't even make sense. I see my opponent, I see the menu screen, and it just like lags out for some reason. Oh, okay. It's just very bad though. In most games, they'll actually give you a draw or nothing will happen. But oh, what? Into the void. I'm just gonna focus here, guys. So if I'm not seeing chat right now, I'm just focusing on the game now. He's got 5 back row, and I have no idea what they are. Apart from maybe Widow Anchor and Lemonist Gate. But yeah, I'm sure the chat can help you there with the recommending of decks. But also, you have to look at also what your playstyle is. So it's one thing to say, okay, hey, play this deck, but it might not be for your playstyle. So always be open to, you know, trying out different things. But I think the best place, I think, to before you even craft anything or whatever, I think use another Yu-Gi-Oh simulator where all the cards are available, so you can test out the deck, test out the play style if you like it. Then you can invest into the decks you want. So we can give you recommendations. So we mentioned things like Draco Tail, Radiant Typhoon. Try those decks out and see. I think Radiant Typhoon is actually not that bad. You could get along with those that deck because it's actually not that difficult to learn. But I think it's best before you craft anything or pull any packs. I think rather go into a simulator. There's a lot of simulators out there: Edo Pro, MD Pro 3, not Master Duel per se, but just to give you the options to test out the decks before you want to invest in them, because that's what people make the mistake of. They invest so much time crafting a deck and then they end up realizing, oh, it's actually not for me, but then they spend all the gems and resources getting that deck. So I think you can also use Yu-Gi-Oh Mega. Oh, I completely forgot about that, but that also is another simulator you can use, but there's a whole lot. So there is quite a few. But if you also want to know more, you can also follow my Discord as well. We can definitely help you out there as well, to give you like a rundown of all the programs, what they do, and you can see from there. We can give you some deck lists to work from. If you like it, then you can build it from there. But I always recommend testing out before. No, it's not a command. It's if you go to my YouTube stream, there's a link in there. Oh, I can actually give you a link. Just hold on. Let me just, after this game, I'll give you the link. So just one second. Let me just focus on this now. How do I break this now? Let's see. Let's just force out stuff. Yeah, Radiant Typhoon I think is a good start. I think that's a pretty good deck to kind of learn into things. It's not that it's not that bad to learn. I mean, it's just okay. You do this, you summon, you add, you link. Yeah, it's very straightforward. But I think it's also good to also watch gameplay as well. Not just also practicing the deck, but also learn the gameplay by watching. Then you can also see how the decks are going to function. So yeah. Okay, let's see. What will he do? Shotgun in the middle. Actually, no. Let me see if there's a link I can give you now while we add it. Evenly matched. What? Okay. Yes, you can use masterduel meta as a source for deck builds. That's correct. And the nice thing about that site, you can also download the deck list and import it into those other simulators. So you can always take it, copy it, and then practice immediately, see what you like. And then if you want to build those cards, you can make your final list and then you can work towards that. So I think that's a good place to start. It'll give you the top deck list, see what different people are using. Then you can see, okay, these are similar decks, and you can use that. Do I go Little Knight here? I want to see what he does though. He needs to destroy that. No. What do I have here? Hmm. Come on, bro. Why am I getting these cards now? Okay, let's do this now. Excellent. Okay. I can't really dodge that. This guy double evenly matched? Wow. Okay. Interesting. Yeah, double evenly matched. So I dealt with one, but he had another one. It's true, but I mean, it's fine. We'll see what he does. Hmm. Master. Whoa. Okay. Jeez, drawing all the power spells. Jeez. Okay. That's fine. Yeah, he just wins now. Are they drawing all the power spells, eh? Droplets and Raigekis and all that. Evenly matched, even he had two of them. So he actually had two sets. So in case one gets stopped, he has another one. That's fine. If you went first, definitely would have had a easier matchup, but it's fine. Considering you drew all his board breaker cards, so.
Yes.
Uh, hand's not bad, but not amazing also. It's not bad, it's not amazing. There is the Discord link. So you can ask questions also, then we can also assist as well. Let's see, so what do you start off with here? Jokul, of course, yeah. Hmm. Gonna play around your Izuna. Oh, wait, actually. Hold up. You messed up. You messed up now. Yeah, you messed up. You should have ranked up early. Now I can deal with it. You should have literally XC summoned as soon as you could, but you realized no, there's still plays here, but now you messed up now. And finish it out now. You messed up. Two for one special. Yeah, now you messed up. Because now I can go into Ripper and then destroy your other card. So if I have another hand trap, I can deal with it. Yeah. GG, brother. Yeah. You see? Because I knew exactly what I wanted to do, but obviously, because I had the force race already, I had to act, and he should have XC summoned early. But guess what? It didn't really matter because I had 3 K9 cards already live, so he was outplayed there. Definitely outplayed. Huh? What is this? Gold Pride K9. Okay. That's something new. Definitely something new. I'm gonna screenshot this. I'm gonna paste it in my Discord, yeah. Okay. And so you see, if you are the non-turn player, you have to XC summon as quick as possible. But unfortunately, I did have a counter for it. But I mean, either way, he was screwed either way. Ooh, look at this. This is an interesting hand. Black layer with no effect is just useless. That's fine. Heroes. Not so great, but it's not the worst as well. This crew. Honestly though, I want to make what's this called? Wait, I want to make what? Yo, these guys have so many fusions. Look at that. They have so many fusions. Bro, I just want to see one of them. Where is it? Where is this card, bro? Oh my goodness, there's so many. I don't even know where, but it's fine. Yeah, I'll kind of wait. King of the what now? King of what now? What the? Oh my goodness, what? Okay. I have to stop this. Bro, what? Is this, what am I seeing, bro? What am I seeing, guys? What is this? Heroes bridging into Mitsurugi now? Is that what we're doing? Oh my goodness, that is insane. Free, what? Yeah, I think I'm just gonna flip it face down, eh? I'm not even gonna destroy it. I'm gonna flip it face down. Like, what? That's crazy, bro. What do you have, bro? Droplets? Use it. It's fine. Yeah, we have to flip this face down, bro. I don't know what he's on, but I'm pretty sure he's got all extenders now. But I mean, yeah, this is... We have to do something about this. We're just gonna flip that nicely. No questions asked. Oh my goodness, bro. This guy is Mitsuki Prayers, the one of. Of course, bro. Maxi, bro. Yeah, whatever. I was trying to avoid having a Mask Hero engrave, but now he's got it. Bro, what am I seeing here? Are we using heroes now for Mitsurugi combo? Seriously? Yeah, obviously he's drawing into his engine, of course, because of Maxi. So, whatever. Literally whatever. I'm pretty sure he drew into these, into the prayers and everything because of that. I'm pretty sure. Yep, more years of Mitsurugi, I guess. Oh, okay. Me, I was expecting hero, but then now it seems like they're just using it to get into Pharaoh Imps into Mitsu, which is wow. People want to play Mitsu at all costs. It seems like. Look, Heroes is okay because despite having all their crazy floodgates and everything, they're not going to be the most broken deck out there in terms of like high tier. They're still good, but they're not going to be top tier because the deck obviously has issues. Similar to my deck, it's also not going to be tier 1 because it has issues. So, yeah. Because the embos they can make is crazy, but it's not always a guarantee. Unless obviously you have no interruptions, of course, but yeah. Yeah. This is something that I was not expecting. Well, at least no more Maxi, so that's a good thing, but I think we have to go K9 first and then Supercorn afterwards so that we can deal with the field, because you obviously don't have any more monsters to deal with, but yeah, it's fine. I think we'll be okay. I think we'll be fine. Yeah, it's not every time they have a good hand, so it's like they have to play also bricks as well. Not every what the. What is going on here? Like, why are we using Mask Heroes now for Mitsurugi combo? I don't understand. Where is this coming from? Stratos into Fountain. Like, what? Oh my goodness, really? Seriously though, Fiendsmith? Oh, bro. Do we call this a pile deck? I don't know. Because now we're using heroes now for literally Mitsurugi Fiendsmith combo. Can you believe it? Because I don't. Because for me, I'm not a fan of using cards that are intended for a certain deck being completely abused in other decks. Like look at Sprite Elf for example. No one's really playing Sprite because even though it's at full power, it's not on the same power level as all these modern decks. So even though they can spam also a board, Sprite Elf is like the card that's being abused, not even in the Sprite deck, which I don't like that. Because they designed that card so poorly, it's just generically splashable. And it's helping their, like a deck like Yummy being just so resilient because they can just reborn their synchros, even though you have ways to stop it. And that's what makes it like more broken because if those, and they're making plays where, you know, Masquerena can be reborn and all this stuff. I mean, all that stuff wouldn't have been there if Sprite Elf didn't exist. Because even without Sprite Elf, Yummy can still make a full end board. But it's like, oh, they have backup because they can make other plays. And knowing that Sprite Elf, okay, cool. Even if you stop the reborn of my synchro, I can just reborn it with Sprite Elf. It's just like, oh, this is a free card you can summon with no real effort because it's just generically splashable. So I'm not a fan of that. Because that's what makes decks, that's why the card is broken for a reason. That's why it's banned in the OCG. That's why it's banned in the TCG. But Master Duel seems like it's fine. They think totally awesome is the problem. Like look at that. No hero combo at all. So it's just being used for like Mitsurugi Fiendsmith combo. Oh, Bone by the Grave. That's fun. Okay. So this is Purification and Desiree. That's it. Literally. Okay, well, let's start with this. Exactly. Best hero end board, no heroes. It's kind of a sad thing to see that you're using heroes as a toolbox or whatever. I don't know if you even call it that, but yeah, not for good intention. Leroy. They're like Batman. Yeah. Oh, what is this? You know what? I'm actually gonna call by Murakumo because that's gonna be a disruption. Yeah, I think we're fine, guys. I think we're fine. If you don't have anything else in the hand, you should be fine because I can droplet negate. There we go. I can droplet negate. This will get destroyed anyway. Yeah, this will get destroyed anyway, so might as well just keep it on field. Yeah. Just get rid of that and get rid of Kolbai, I guess. Yeah, I think we'll do that. Yeah. So no reborn for you and negated. By Murakumo. It's fine. Yeah, no reborn for you, so What else you got? Hmm? What else you have? Yeah, that's fine. If you have Ash Blossom, that would be crazy. You don't have Maxi again, so that's not going to be a thing. Oh, of course, bro. Of course, this guy's got Ash. Wow, that's amazing. Oh, that's amazing. Of course he's got Ash. On top of all of this, of course he's got Ash. Like, wow. Okay. Okay. Alright. Okay. Yeah, you can't target me, so let's just clear this. You can't target me, yes, target something else. Bro. Talk about luck, guys. This guy just had Ash in his hand. Nicely in his hand, guys. I wonder why he didn't want to even Ash it, because he's got, oh, I got Beansmith? Oh gosh, again? Seriously, bro? Again? Yeah, all your follow-up, you're just doing it the whole thing again, right? Yeah. What card is that exceeds? This is Superstar Slayer, Typhon, Sky Crisis. It's basically the counter to Zeus. So it's kind of a crazy effect because during the turn or the turn after, your opponent special summon 2 or more monsters from the extra deck. You can exceed summon this card using literally any monster you control with the highest attack. So it can literally be normal summon effect Veiler. You can go into this because obviously it will be the highest attack on your field. But obviously you cannot summon for the rest of the turn once you use it. So it's kind of like a last resort type of thing, but I mean, it's a pretty good effect. And while this card is exceed summoned, neither player can activate the effects of monsters with 3,000 or more attacks. So remember, this affects the player and not the card. So even if a card is unaffected, the player cannot activate the card. That's what makes it more broken. So yeah, it's a pretty useful card, but it's not like, okay, you can technically break a board with it, but it's not like ideal because you can't summon for the rest of the turn afterwards. Yeah, this is just like ridiculous at this point. This guy's just recycling this Masquerade fountain. What's going on here? You see, a card that can literally summon itself. It's such a broken effect, but I mean, why is it being played like this? What? Galen Granite, bro. I'm so confused. What is going on here? What are you searching for? Nibiru. Okay. And what? Setting mass change? Okay. I have no idea. But I'm losing to non-engine, basically. Because clearly this is ridiculous. He's making Desiree again for the second time. You're thinking, how is that possible? But yeah, you can. Because this engine recycles itself so many times. It's like, it's stupid. But anyway, that's just how it is. Yeah, I think when he summons Caesar, I'm going to force out in the gate because... No. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that, bro. He timed out. What type of player is this, bro? I have no idea what this guy was doing. How do you time out, bro? Like, what? I'm so confused there. What is this deck? Seriously, like, what is this deck, guys? I'm not even kidding now. What even is this? He's playing heroes, but not playing heroes as you would think he's playing heroes. Because to be honest, these heroes don't lock you into anything. They don't lock you into anything. This doesn't lock you. This doesn't lock you. This doesn't lock you clearly. And this also doesn't lock you. I don't know what is the... I think it's to get access to either a dark... Maybe if you're under full loss, you want to get into Dark Law. But I mean, why are you playing this? I don't even know, bro. And remember, only because you had Ash, that's why you lost. Or that's why I couldn't make any other plays. But I mean, I had to use Droplet and everything. So, and of course, he had the Purification. Obviously, the one of Murakumo, you can't get it back because remember, Prayers is at 1 now. So the Mitsurugi grind game as an engine is quite bad. So I'm not really a fan of the engine right now because you can't have a way to kind of like recycle your resources again. And yeah, but you see, look at that. How you have like probably like two of the most broken engines, Mitsurugi and Fiendsmith. Okay, I doubled the Mitsurugi part, but the Fiendsmith you should have just easily supposed to deal with it. Even at a Caesar ready to negate, I'm like, how do you not have time to do anything else? I don't understand. So it means he was thinking on what he doesn't have a clue of what he's doing. I don't know, because there's no way you take that long to decide what combo you're gonna do. And he also maxed me as well, so I don't know what's going on there, but that is very interesting. Very, very interesting. I mean, I get it, it's a rank 4 engine, but I mean, that's not what Heroes is known for. It's not. You can't play any other rank 4 engine that's available. Why not just play pure Mitsurugi Fiendsmith? Why not just, instead of playing it as an engine, just play it as a pure deck? Then that way you have more access to your resources, you can recur them back, but I don't know. Maybe I'm overthinking it. But I mean, surely you can play better rank 4 engines than Heroes. I mean, yes, it gets you access to mass change for Dark Lord, but that's all. That's it. Oh, Radiant Typhoon. Okay. I like that. Radiant Typhoon. Cheaper than Ryzeal? Cheaper than Ryzeal? Yeah. I guess so. I guess that you can say that for. But I mean, what's stopping you from playing pure Mitsurugi though with Fiendsmith? What's stopping you from doing that? Nothing is stopping you from doing that. But he's choosing to play Mitsurugi as a small engine rather than playing more copies of Saji, more copies of, you know. You know what I can do? You know what I can do? I'm gonna disrupt him. Because he's gonna search for Crusea, then I can negate Crusea. Unless he plays Droplet. That's the only way I lose is Droplet. Rank 3. Okay, I want to get fall off for next turn, so let's do that. Let's get if he negates this, is fine. Yep. Let's go into this. Luster X, yeah. Yeah, so at least we got fall off for next turn, so we can just play into with this, and then we just go from there. In terms of MST, you know, chain link blocking, we have literally E-Tally here, so even if you don't even activate the effect, it's fine. You can still do that. Yeah, you can do what you want. Manifestation. What? Send a Radiant Typhoon monster. I'm gonna send what, Crusea? Okay, the Phonics. Okay. It's fine. It is fine. Ooh. You see, that's the thing. I could stop this. But you see, he has a normal summon yet, and I feel like he's gonna just... Yeah, I think I have to negate this. As much as I want to negate Crusea, I think I have to stop this. Because either way, he's gonna deal with me anyway. You can still tribute summon Crusea, add his 2 cards, whatever, but you know, I think this is the better play here. Yeah, you see, he's got multiple ways to access MST, which is what he wanted to do anyway, so it's fine. I think he has Crusea in hand already. Yeah, because the main thing is I'm stopping him from getting Mandate live, and if he wants to get Mandate, it will be on my turn, which is okay. But yeah, we can obviously ensure that obviously our cards can be untargetable. That would be a good thing. But other than that, we should be fine. Oh, Vision drawing 2. Okay, that might be an issue, but let's see. Vision for Vision. Crusea. Yeah, I see. I knew you drew into it. He literally drew into it. It's fine. Yeah, I wanted to negate this, but this also is just as good. But this is actually the better negate. Yeah, you see. So he's searching for Mandate directly, which he can do, which is totally fine. It's totally fine. He's wasting MST. Why is he wasting MST like that? He wants to get his Phonics online, but I mean that's not like smart though. But I mean, I guess he wants to spin back. Okay, I get it, but is it really worth it though? Is it really worth it? Another, okay. Oh, I'm gonna put it in the back row. Okay. That's fine. That's fine. But now your back row now is gonna have 2 slots now, which is... Do you have... You only have 1 MSC now. Yeah, you only have 1 MSC, so... Was that worth it, though? Huh? Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, let's do this. Because obviously now he obviously wants to make sure he chaining blocks, but he only has 1 MSC negate. There's nothing else. So you see, that wasn't really using his resources well, because you could have got a maximum interruption there. Okay. So the only disruption is Phonics and potentially a Vibrant Vortex, which is a double negate. But I mean, that's not... Okay. And now he gave me 2 cards in hand. Yeah, let's bait him out. You see, he's got Ash, bro. Okay. Yeah. So I'm gonna use this effect, put it in defense. Yeah, I have to bait him as much as possible. Yeah, it's fine. You can spin this back. It's literally no problem. It's fine. It's literally fine. Oh, only spinning... Oh, bro. Spinning 1 card. Okay. That's cool. Yeah, I'm gonna get another layer. Yeah, I'm gonna get another layer. Yeah, you see, he's got nothing. We still have this, guys. We still have this. It's not impossible yet. Ooh. We can go like this. Like that. You see? Look at that. We literally made sure that we had chaining blocks for MSC, which he only had 1 because he was a bit greedy there with the play of trying to get the MST out early. He should have had at least 2 MST negates, but he decided not to. But we're literally going to go try no TK there. And obviously, we put him in defense. Only has 300 defense. That's easy to swing over, and we still outplayed. So he was literally outplayed there. Even though he got like the worst hand, like, but you see, look at that. Just understanding the interactions. he ended up being greedy with the second link monster, but yeah, we had enough plays. Even though he had Ash also, he only had Ash, one MST negate, and the Phonics. But even the MST negate wasn't even in the gate because we were able to chain link block. So that is there, yeah. So very interesting. Yeah. I don't know how he messed that up because he was just a bit too greedy with the second link monster. Always go for maximum interruptions, but don't try and be also trying to overextend. Like you see now in that other duel now, where the guy also tried to overextend. It wasn't ideal. Just keep your cool and that's it. But obviously, he just decided to be greedy. Then he only had like less slots, and yeah, he had no more follow up basically. And we can deal with Phonics quite easily. So, oh, what? What is this? We're going first. Oh, boy. All right. This better be good though. All right. Do you have something? No, we don't. I should go for Noroi. Nah, I think I should go for Joko to play around Imperm. Yeah, I'm going for that. I'm going for that. To play around Imperm so that at least I can still rank up and make plays. Okay. And I can send Noroi to Grave. Yep, send Noroi. Add back Lantern. Okay. Then we can look at the hand, but first we're gonna make Ripper first. And then we'll decide from there. Roy. Okay. Let's check if we have an Ash. Doesn't look like he has anything. But we can find out right now what he has. Let's find out. Let's send this. Ha! It is the classic Tenpai Sky Striker. Oh boy, here we go. Oh boy, look at this. Look at this hand, bro. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I think let's try and make a Magnus, and literally Magnus will solo this deck 100%. You won't be able to add unaffected. Cool, we can deal with the Ripper. That's cool. It's fine. Let's try and make a Magnus. Let's try and do that, guys. I mean, it won't be a lot of materials, but you can definitely make it work. Definitely make it work. Yeah, I've seen his hand already, so if we can make a Magnus, that is literally fine. Yeah, let's do that. Yeah, that's literally cool. Yeah. Bro, I know your hand already, so scoop it up, bro. He literally alt F4. He didn't even he literally oh, bro, this guy see my hand. I'm gonna make the board that's gonna deal with it, and it's only Magnus. So yeah. Okay, so we are ranking up slowly. Okay, nice. We are almost there to Diamond rank, which is pretty cool. I mean, 4-win streak, not bad. But honestly, some of these duelists today, I don't know. This one with the best deck of all time, interesting. And then Radiant Typhoon just outplayed themselves because they got greedy with the second Link monster. Instead of prioritizing getting MST, you know, as much MSTs as possible, because you did search for mandate. So in my mind, I thought you're gonna have maximize your MSTs in hand, so you can set them, use it for potential disruption. And I looked at, I had so many quick plays to deal with your stuff. So it's like, and I put your monster in defense. It's actually 0 actually. So it's not that amazing. The one that's amazing is this one. This is 3k defense, but 0 attack. So it's not really ideal, but yeah, I think he kind of messed up a little bit there, but this is a decent deck list though. Nothing wrong with it actually. Yeah, this is a pretty decent list to start, and you see it's not even that expensive as well to build, so pretty decent. But okay, let's see, where are we at? You know what, guys, I think I'm gonna take a pause here. I think we'll pick it up early tomorrow, because tomorrow is Meta Weekly, or in a few hours actually it's Meta Weekly. Well, not even a few, I think 20 hours from now. So I want to take a breather, and then I think we'll stream early before that, see if we can get to Diamond rank, and then we'll go into hopefully the tournament in Diamond already. So I think that would be ideal. But yeah, I think the games were pretty good today. I mean, apart from this random disconnect loss, I think we did pretty okay. Not too bad. Yeah, I mean, we actually had a pretty good win streak going. We won what, 1 2 3, okay, wait, played 4. I mean, not bad though, to be honest. Not bad. We only lost 1 2 3 games. We only lost 3 games. We literally only lost 3 games. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12. I mean, 9 out of 12, that's 75% win rate. That's not bad though. So, but technically this shouldn't have been a loss, so I wouldn't count this game. So it's technically 9 out of 11, which is not bad. It's not bad at all. It's not bad. This one was against the Vanquish Soul player, which had like the perfect attributes to counter my stuff, and then this one was the Sky Striker one. Yeah. Otherwise, that was it. Not bad. So, and most of the times, I think most of the guys scooped before I even got to Summon Magnus, so we didn't necessarily full combo today, but I mean, it's pretty impressive though. I mean, if the guys are scooping up early, that's good. But remember, this is Platinum, so people don't really want to waste their time. But I know when Diamond rank's going to be hell, so at least if we can get to the Diamond rank before the new pack, that would be ideal. But because obviously then I want to have some replayability, to obviously not like close out the season very early, but yeah, a reason to come back. But okay, I think we'll leave it at this. So I'll literally stream earlier on yugioh then. So I think maybe we'll try and maybe stream 3 hours before the Meta Weekly starts, or 2 hours before, just to get a bit of a warm up. So at least if we can rank up, then that's good. If not, that's fine. Then we hop straight into the tournament, and then we'll take it from there. But honestly, some of these players today, we've seen them. They're not the most amazing players out there, but I mean, it is what it is, right? So that's masterduel for you. Yeah, but okay. This has been Diamond Boss, and yeah, thanks everyone for sticking by for the stream, popping in, sending a message, asking for help. All good. That's why we're here. And yeah, make sure to like, follow, subscribe, all that good stuff. Link in the Discord as well if you want to join the community. We have a small community growing quite fast actually. I mean, I think we started the Discord, I think maybe almost 2 months now, I believe. So it's not too bad. We have just over 20 members, so it's pretty good. And yeah, I'm actually there to, you know, most of the time. So if you are wanting to ask a question or whatever, just pop in the general Yu-Gi-Oh chat, and you just add me and then say, hey, I want help with this, and then we can deal with it. So yeah, or anything in general. There's a lot of categories there. So if you have deck submissions, anything, just mention it there. And if you want any feedback, anything you want to maybe suggest for the channel or whatever, there's a section for community feedback if you want to put something there. You don't have to, but there's a section there. And yeah, or even if it's just video ideas. So let me know what your thoughts are on that. But until then, we'll see you guys in a few hours time. So hopefully you'll be joining the stream, and that will be the Meta Weekly. So that will be now with the new ban list implemented now, so everyone's kind of settled in. It seems like Vanquish Soul K9 is still the deck to beat. Dracotail, it's slightly nerfed a little bit, but they're not completely out of it. And then I think Yummy is just like probably the best combo deck right now. Obviously next to that Hero, Super Quantum, whatnot, but I think Radiant Typhoon's in the middle. But yeah, we'll see what happens in the tournament, but we know we're going to be playing. We'll be playing with this deck. And yeah, you can see if this deck literally, if the shuffler doesn't screw me over, we can definitely play the game kind of. So yeah, I think I'm really liking the deck right now. And like I said, unless there's actual support, which I don't think there'll be any further Super Quantum support, so it's rather any other engines we could explore, we can explore. But for right now, this is kind of our best way to play the deck. You know, and the nice thing is you can even play this also in TCG and also OCG if you want to. Because in TCG, obviously there's no max C, so you just play more Full Loss, and then you can obviously modify your deck to obviously more focus on going first or whatever, and then obviously you have a side deck. So there are a lot of tech options you can run. But yeah, I think for now, for Master Duel, this is the best version, I think. Given that Mitsurugi now got hit a little bit, so the engine now is not slightly better, because you don't have access now to just use prayers to reborn it infinitely and get resources again. So I think Radiant is a very good engine for going first, and especially for going, I think it's more so for going first, because then take up your normal summon, gives you access to a early negate, so it's really cool. And obviously K9, you all see how K9 is crazy. So yeah, that's it. So this has been myself. Again, thank you so much for sticking by to the stream, and hope you see you on the next one. So take care, have a good day, have a good night, and we'll see you soon. Cheers, everyone.